Hey guys, hope everyone's having a great day. So today I am going to be talking about 3 things that really strong women do while they're dating that really undermine the relationship down the road. So women that have had to deal with a lot of childhood trauma, they often operate from a masculine energy. So we've had to step up. We've had to take care of the family. We've had to maybe take care of our parents. We've had so much responsibility that we learn that the responsibility is on us. And so when we're dating, sometimes we have a tendency to lead with that. We lead with our accomplishments, right? Like, if you're dating, he does not need to know that you're a boss babe. He just needs to know that you take care of yourself and you have a high standard for that. But don't talk to him about your goal setting, how great that you have achieved, all of your wall of certificates and achievements. You don't want to lead with that. Because what's happening is the masculine energy is going to be the energy that is the provider. The masculine energy is the support for the household. And so if you have a man who's like, yes, I am a masculine man and I am going to take care of this, what you look like is competition. You don't want to be competition for your man. And unfortunately, we're often taught that our accomplishments are what get us praise, and these are the good things, right? Our parents are like, oh yeah, tap on the head, good. But when we're dating and we're looking for masculine men, we don't want to be competition. You don't want competition in your relationship. And what's going to happen is you're going to attract men who want that support. They're going to be more in their feminine energy, and they're going to be, and a lot of this is very subconscious, and that's why I'm bringing this out to light. But men that are wanting to be taken care of or have mother issues, so they don't feel taken care of inside, and so they are wanting a woman, a strong woman, to replace that. We have to remember that we're always operating off of these innocent children inside of us. These little broken children. And when we're dating, our relationships end up mirroring that. Why? Because we are still mirroring that. So that's one of the things that we do while we're dating, and that is putting our accomplishments first. So when you're in the dating process, just leave that behind. What you want to put forward is all of your femininity, your feminine attributes. A strong man is going to want to come home to a soft woman where he can drop his walls and he can be in his emotional space. He's been out grinding all day, doing his man thing, and you need to be that soft, warm space for him to melt into when he gets home. He doesn't want to come home to somebody who, oh yeah, so all day long I've been taking care of everything. That's not your job. Your job as a feminine woman is to receive. Another thing that we do is we tend to love too hard too fast, right? So men are on just a slower time frame. And so sometimes when we're dating, we have a tendency to close the gap, right? So conversation here, and then there's a big long gap, and you're like, okay, what happened? I thought things were going well, and so maybe we reach out, and this is part of the problem. So if we make the dating, if we do all of the work in the dating, guess what that translates to? It translates to doing all of the work in the relationship. And if that's not what you're looking for, you need to learn how your behaviors are creating reactions in other people. So don't close the gap. That's his job. And if you're looking for a masculine man, he knows this, and he will take the reins. It doesn't mean that he's not into you. He's on another time frame. You guys are dating. If you guys are just dating, you guys are not serious, you need to be dating also. You don't want to put all of your energy into a relationship style situation when you're just dating. And this should just be upfront. I mean, there should be no secrets. I mean, we're dating, you're dating, I'm dating. Like, we are checking out the world to see what is going to fit best for us, not what we're going to settle into. Another thing that we do is we don't receive well. Women who struggle with childhood trauma often live in their masculine energy. And so we haven't even learned how to receive. We haven't even learned how to receive a compliment. How many times do you get a compliment? One, you don't believe it. Oh, I look great. Oh, yeah, whatever. Or you try to follow it up with a compliment towards them, right? Oh, well, let's meet tit for tat. You have to learn to receive. If you're going to be in your feminine energy, you need to learn how to let a man take care of things. And that's very scary for women who have had traumatic childhood, because nobody ever took care of anything for them. It's hard to rely on somebody. It's hard to trust somebody. And these are the feminine masculine balances that we deal with. And I'm not, and please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that every relationship needs to be like this. What I'm saying is there are very strong women out there that are like, why can't I get a man to meet me at least halfway? Like, we get into this relationship and I'm taking care of all the responsibility. Like, when we met, he had a job and he was participating, and now we're 2-3 years down the line, he's on the couch, he's like, I don't know, babe, I think you got this. Why? Because you told him you did. So unfortunately, we are creating our own shitty situations. We have to pay attention to our behaviors and what we're putting out. And so I saw a similar conversation the other day, and people were like, oh no, if you're in your feminine, you are going to be attracting soft, weak men, not masculine men. No, what you are attracting are men who appear confident because they're so fucking cocky. And you know where that cocky comes from? It comes from an insecurity. And often that insecurity comes from their own childhood wounds, where they're trying to stand up, they're trying to be this strong man, this strong masculine person, but they have all of this back pain, not back pain, past pain, and they're looking for somebody to help take care of them. So you want, if you are looking for a masculine man, you want a man that knows how to take care of a woman, which means he already knows how to take care of himself. If you are dating men that don't know how to take care of themselves and they don't know how to clean their own house, don't step in. That's loving too hard, too fast. You're dating a man, you're like, oh honey, your house, let me help you. And you start cleaning their house and you start doing little things for them, because this is how we show our love, right? Women who deal with a lot of childhood trauma, we don't necessarily know how to love from an emotional space. This is something we have to learn. What we do is we love from our lower chakras. We love in the way we're gonna do something for you. I'm gonna show you how much I care by taking care of a problem for you. I might bring you a little gift, right? Because these are things that show like, hey, I like you and I care about you, but I am scared to be vulnerable. So a lot of times this is how we love, and it is creating these relationships where later on down the road, we are still giving and giving and giving and giving, because this is how we set up the relationship. Not only did we set it up like this, but we found a partner that was the perfect balance for this. So as strong women, we have to learn how to get in touch with our feminine side. And like I said, I was reading this whole thread about people arguing about this. And this is why I think that is completely wrong. Because several years ago, I did a deep dive on dating. I was like, I cannot figure out for the life of me why I'm running the same patterns. I'm dating the same kind of guy. It's like they always end up super controlling. They're not really helpful in the end. Like I'm doing all of this work. Even when I try to make a deliberate choice to date a different kind of guy, I would still end up in the same damn situation. I'm like, I don't know why they're all psychos. Because I'm drawing them in. From the body language that we put out to the way that we handle our communication, we're drawing them in. We have to learn how to back it up, heal the pain underneath our behaviors so that we're able to attract what we want. And while I was doing this deep dive on dating, like I'm looking at body language, I'm following coaches, I'm following male coaches, trying to find out, okay, so what are these dudes looking for? I'm following female coaches, being like, okay, like what are they saying to us about our presentation? And everything was, you have to be in your feminine, you have to be in your emotional, and you have to be in your body. And when months later, when I come out of this, I'm like, okay, I think I've done enough research, because what I'm coming up against is like the same answer over and over. And I don't know, my conclusion was, I'm not going to date. I literally told my friend, I'm like, I would have to be a completely different person in order to be dating like this. And that was just 100% true. I would have had to have been a totally different person, because I was so deep into my masculine energy that there wasn't space for me to be that soft, emotional, feminine person. I was still my scared little child self, still taking care of everybody's responsibility. Oh, you have a problem? Here's my people pleaser self. Let me handle your problem for you. And instead, I needed to be handling my own crap. So that's why I think that those people that are like, oh no, if you're in your feminine, you're going to attract feminine men. Well, I don't know. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying that if you want a solid, strong, masculine man who's not masked in just grandiose narcissistic behaviors, there are men out there that are super solid. And I'm not saying that you're asking for a man to take care of you, but you want a man to take the lead. Why? You've spent your whole life taking the lead, being in charge, taking care of everybody else, and you want that place to melt into. Just like a strong man needs a soft place to melt into, you need a strong man to melt into, or partner. Please don't get me wrong. I don't care if it's a man or woman you're dating. I'm just saying that there is definitely a masculine feminine balance that happens. And we do see this oftentimes in gay relationships, where there's often one person that seems a little more masculine. They take on a little bit more masculine role. All I'm saying is, if you're not getting what you want out of dating, you need to heal the pieces underneath you that are causing your behaviors. Because you don't have to continue to repeat the same pattern over and over and over for a lifetime. You just have to heal that crap that you had to go through as a child. And well, it's shitty and it's painful. I mean, it gives us something to do, right? Well, we have crap to work through. Thank you, parents. Anyways, I just think that we all have an idea. We have an idea in our mind of the person that we want. And unfortunately, that idea is set when we're about 5 years old. So when you are still very deep in your trauma, you are picking your ideal mate. That has to be undone. And if this is something that you want to work through, or you just want to follow me and get some good tips, I'm here for you. I'm Connie Lynn Parker. I'm your spiritual life coach and life alchemist. And I say, live in the magic of life and always speak your truth and spread the love. Mwah! I love you guys.